Hello students, welcome back to the online class. In this video, we are going to understand the topic model auxiliaries. First of all, we will understand what are model auxiliaries, why this name is given to these auxiliaries. Model means that which shows mood such as good, bad, mood of advice, mood of anger, mood of compulsion, mood of moral duty. And auxiliary means the helping verb. So modal auxiliaries are the helping verbs which are used to show mood in the sentence. Definition: an auxiliary verb is a helping verb. It helps to form the tenses, voices, and mood of the main verb by being placed before them. So modal auxiliaries show the mood of the mind. So these are the helping verbs which show mood of the mind. Now, following are the modal auxiliaries: can, may, shall, will, must, ought, used to, need, and dare. And could, might, should, would. These are the past tense forms of these modal auxiliaries. After that, characteristics of modals means there are some characteristics, special features of these modals. Modals are never used alone. They are always used with a principal verb, means with a main verb. She can sing well. Here you don't use she can well. It will be a meaningless sentence. This is why you use she can sing well. Second one, modal auxiliaries do not change their form according to the number and person of the subject, such as s or es form is not used. So this is why they don't change. Only their same form will remain with any subject. Third one, they do not have the infinitive present participle means ing form or past participle means ed form. They don't have. They are always followed by the base form means first form of the verb. Whenever you write a modal auxiliary, such as you can play in the garden, you can play. So after can we are using play. You must obey your parents. Obey you are using in the first form after must. They should drink milk. They should. After should you are using drink. Drink is the first form. So we use the first or base form of the main verb after modal auxiliary. Fourth, negatives are formed by putting a negative word as not or never immediately after the modal, such as you can never succeed without hard work, or you cannot succeed without hard work. So in case of ought to, the negative word is put after ought. You ought not to have done so. This way you use its negative form. You ought not to have, not you ought not to have done so. They must not do it. After must you are using this not to make it negative. So this is how we use negative form. Now questions are formed by placing the model before the subject. How? In case of ought to, ought is placed before the subject and to after it. Let us see. Would you please lend me your book? Here would you are using before the subject. If ought to question is there, ought we to go there? Ought to is such an auxiliary, model auxiliary, which is confusing. So students think how to use it. This is why here examples are given how to use it in the negative and interrogative form. So this is the way of using ought to also. After that, sixth one, models are used in question tags. If tag is negative, shortened form of the model is used. So here if tag is negative, such as can't they, shouldn't they, mustn't they, this way we use the shortened form of model. And models are used in question tags. So if in a sentence model auxiliary is present, you can play cricket, can't you? If model auxiliary is present, you have to make question tag with that model auxiliary. Only four models have past forms: could, might, should, would. They have the sense of past in limited cases. They have other uses also, such as indicating duty, obligation, permission, and possibility. These are also the uses of these model auxiliaries, and they are also used in past tense in limited cases. So what are these duties that we will see in detail further? Eighth one, need and dare are used as model auxiliary and as a main verb with do, did forms, and they take to infinitive after them. Hence, they are also called as semi-modals. Used to is used in past tense only. So this is how the description is there about remaining model auxiliaries. Need and dare can be used as model auxiliary as well as the main verb. So how it is used, that we will see in more detail. So here I stop. If you have any doubts in this video, you can ask. This was just the characteristics of model auxiliaries. After that, we will learn what are model auxiliaries one by one, and those uses of models you have to write into the notebook. So take care, have fun. Thank you so much.